Walls that whisper. Have you ever seen a crumbling wall out in the middle of nowhere, half covered in moss or dirt, and wondered, what happened here? Well, to archaeologists, that wall might be more than just a pile of stones. It could be a clue, a message from the past, a piece of a puzzle waiting to be solved. You see, ancient people didn't always leave behind books or photos, but they did leave behind buildings, homes, temples, towers, walls made of stone, brick, clay, even mud. And these walls? They whisper stories. Stories about how people lived, what they believed, who they feared, and what they built to keep them safe. So how do archaeologists listen to a wall? First, they look at where it is. Is it on a hilltop? Near a river? In the middle of the desert? Then they study how it's made. Are the stones carefully stacked? Are the bricks burned or sun-dried? Sometimes you can even tell how many people lived in a place or how powerful a leader was, just by how thick the walls are. But the most exciting part? Sometimes hidden inside these walls are surprises. A secret room, a carved symbol, even fingerprints pressed into clay thousands of years ago. And every time archaeologists uncover something new, it adds one more piece to the giant puzzle of human history. So the next time you pass an old wall, don't just walk by. It might be whispering to you. Lost cities beneath our feet. Have you ever walked through a city and thought, what if something ancient was buried right beneath this street? Well, believe it or not, sometimes there is. Over time, old cities can get buried by mud, floods, earthquakes, even by newer cities built right on top. And guess what? Some archaeologists actually specialize in finding these lost cities. They use amazing tools to detect what's hidden deep underground without even picking up a shovel at first. One of the coolest tools is called ground-penetrating radar. It sends tiny signals down into the earth, which bounce back if they hit something solid, like a wall or a road. When archaeologists see these signals on a screen, it's like looking at a treasure map. But instead of X marks the spot, it's lines, shapes, and echoes. And when they find something that looks promising, it's time to dig. But not just anywhere. They map out the area carefully, creating a grid, just like you saw in our last adventure. Piece by piece, layer by layer, they dig. And what they find might be part of a street from 1,000 years ago, or the corner of a building no one's seen in centuries. Sometimes they even find tiny clues that tell big stories, like coins with faces on them, or broken pottery that once held food. Then it's back to the lab, where scientists study the artifacts, scan them, clean them, and figure out where they belong in the timeline of human history. From ancient castles in Europe to buried marketplaces in Central America to lost villages under modern cities in Asia, there's so much still hidden beneath our feet. So the next time you're walking around your town or city, remember, the ground below you might be holding a secret from the past. And thanks to archaeologists, we're still uncovering those secrets, one buried city at a time.